Welcome back, food lovers. Today, we're diving into a classic Indonesian dish, Soto Betawi, a rich and flavorful beef soup that's loved across Jakarta and beyond. But there's so much more to it than meets the eye. In this video, we're revealing unknown facts about this delicious dish, from its origins to its secret ingredients. Let's get started. First up, let's look at where Soto Betawi comes from. Soto Betawi originated in Jakarta, formerly known as Batavia, which is why it carries the name Betawi, to honor the indigenous Betawi people. The dish emerged in the early 19th century and was influenced by a blend of local and foreign culinary traditions, including Middle Eastern and Chinese. Soto Betawi is one of many variations of soto, a traditional Indonesian soup, but this version is known for its rich, creamy broth. Unlike other soto varieties, Soto Betawi uses both coconut milk and cow's milk in its broth, giving it a unique creamy texture. Originally, Soto Betawi was a street food served by vendors who specialized in preparing the dish with fresh, local ingredients. The primary protein in Soto Betawi is beef, particularly the beef shank, though it can also include organ meats like liver and lungs. The broth is flavored with a blend of spices, including garlic, ginger, turmeric, lemongrass, and galangal, giving it a rich aroma and taste. Coconut milk is added to the broth, giving it a signature creamy and slightly sweet flavor, balanced by savory spices. One of the most important garnishes for Soto Betawi is emping, a type of cracker made from melinjo nuts, which adds a crunchy texture. The dish is often served with a side of rice, fried shallots, and a squeeze of lime to brighten up the flavors. Beef shank is slow-cooked for hours to achieve tender, juicy meat that easily absorbs the spices in the broth. The dish's characteristic creaminess comes from the combination of coconut milk and cow's milk, which must be simmered slowly to avoid curdling. Some cooks use a pressure cooker to speed up the process, but traditional recipes prefer slow cooking to bring out deeper flavors. Aromatic spices like lemongrass and kaffir lime leaves are sautéed before adding them to the broth, enhancing their flavors. Many cooks strain the broth to remove excess fat, creating a lighter, yet still rich, soup. Like many Indonesian dishes, Soto Betawi has several regional variations. Some versions of Soto Betawi are made with organ meats like tripe or intestines, which are considered a delicacy in Indonesian cuisine. In Jakarta, certain vendors add tomatoes and potatoes to their Soto Betawi, creating a heartier, more filling dish. While beef is the traditional protein, some versions use chicken or goat meat, depending on local preferences. In modern variations, some restaurants serve Soto Betawi with fried beef or crispy organ meats for added texture. Vegetarian versions of Soto Betawi have started to emerge, replacing beef with tofu and mushrooms but keeping the signature creamy broth. Soto Betawi is more than just a meal, it's a part of Jakarta's cultural heritage. This dish is traditionally associated with Betawi festivals and is often served during celebrations like Lebaran, Eid, or weddings. Many Betawi families pass down their unique Soto Betawi recipes through generations, making it a treasured family dish. In Jakarta, Soto Betawi is served in warungs, small restaurants, and is seen as a symbol of Betawi identity. The dish is often enjoyed as a lunchtime meal, particularly in the busy streets of Jakarta's Old Town. Soto Betawi is featured at Betawi cultural events to showcase the richness of the Betawi people's cuisine and history. Traditionally, Soto Betawi is served with steamed white rice, which helps soak up the flavorful broth. Emping crackers are a must-have side dish, adding a crunchy texture that contrasts with the creamy soup. Sambal, a spicy chili paste, is often added to Soto Betawi to increase the heat level for those who love spicy food. A dollop of sweet soy sauce, known as kecap manis, is also sometimes added to give the dish a hint of sweetness. Lime wedges are commonly served on the side, allowing diners to add a burst of acidity that balances the richness of the broth. Even traditional dishes like Soto Betawi get modern updates. Some high-end restaurants in Jakarta have started using premium cuts of beef, like ribeye or tenderloin, to create a gourmet version of Soto Betawi. Chefs are experimenting with plant-based alternatives, like using cashew cream in place of coconut milk to make a vegan Soto Betawi. Soto Betawi-inspired fusion dishes, like Soto Betawi ramen or burgers with Soto Betawi-flavored beef patties, are popping up in Jakarta's modern eateries. Street vendors have also started serving Soto Betawi in takeaway cups, making it more convenient for busy city dwellers to enjoy the dish on the go. In international Indonesian restaurants, Soto Betawi has been adapted for Western palates, sometimes served with mashed potatoes instead of rice. Soto Betawi is starting to gain global recognition, and here's why. Indonesian restaurants worldwide, particularly in countries with large Indonesian communities like the Netherlands, serve Soto Betawi as a highlight of the menu. Soto Betawi has been featured on international food shows, helping to introduce the dish to a wider audience. The dish is becoming a popular feature at Indonesian food festivals abroad, showcasing its unique flavors to global food enthusiasts. Soto Betawi is also being promoted as part of Indonesia's culinary diplomacy, aiming to increase the country's profile on the global food stage. As more people discover Indonesian cuisine, Soto Betawi is quickly becoming a must-try dish for foodies around the world. And there you have it, unknown facts about Soto Betawi, Indonesia's creamy, flavorful beef soup. We hope you learned something new about this iconic dish. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe our channel.